Hey guys, hope you are doing well. I am back again, yet with another gimbal review. As you all know, I'm a big fan of gimbals, so you'll always find me trying to stabilize my either my phone or my camera or my GoPro here. So this is the Zhiyun Rider M. The previous model only fitted the older generation GoPro Heroes. So the 3, the 2, the 3 and the 4. This model has been altered slightly. The mount has been altered to accommodate the Hero 5 and 6. It's a gimbal that you can mount on your helmet, on your bike. I will actually show you. It will make more sense when we open it and look at it. So what we have here is, let's just put the gimbal to the side for a second. The reason it's difficult to take it out is because I've altered it a bit. I'll tell you why later. So what it comes in the box is 4 batteries. 2 of them are already in the gimbal. These batteries last up to 8 hours, I was told. I've never actually had to use it for 8 hours, but apparently it does. So with the 2 batteries I have up to 16 hours, which is really good. It comes with 2 of these cables, which are right now useless because Hero 5 and 6 basically take USB-C, and this is the old USB. I don't know if they have altered the mount, but they haven't actually changed the cables. I don't know why, Zhiyun, so they need to look into that. Also comes with the regular USB, mini USB cable to charge your to charge the gimbal basically, and a handheld pole to use if you wanted to just basically handhold your gimbal and use it as a regular gimbal instead of mounting it on your helmet, for example. Right, so like I said, let me just put these away. Right, so the way to mount the camera to the gimbal is you unscrew these to loosen it up, and then you just slide the gimbal in. Should be straightforward. Actually, before doing that, you remember to turn the gimbal on, because once you've fastened the bolts, you're not going to be able to take it out and turn the gimbal on. So I think that's one of the things that Zhiyun need to have a look at for future gimbals. So you need to turn the GoPro on first, and then slide it in and screw and tighten the screws. Right, so once this is mounted, as you can see, now the gimbal is level, but before that it wasn't, because it was camera heavy, so basically it was tilted on this side. The reason being, there was the counterweight is not heavy enough, the motor is not heavy enough, so you needed a counterweight. I will show you in a minute how I altered it. It's very actually easy. It's you don't even need any glue or anything. So, but before we do that, the way to turn on the gimbal is you hold this for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And it will turn on the gimbal. So, as you can see, the gimbal now is level. The good thing about this model specifically is that you can actually change the position of the gimbal even when the motors are on. Hold it for 3 seconds and then leave it, and it will stay in that position. It will stay locked, which is really, really good because you don't have any controls on this. So unless your phone is connected, your phone's app is connected to the Zhiyun, you're not going to be able to control the tilt, and not going to be able to control the yawn and all of that. So one good way to do it is to just literally hold it down for 3 seconds and leave it there, and the motors will recalibrate to accommodate that change. I think it's a really, really good system, and it doesn't exhaust the motors apparently, which is really good, because with previous gimbals, if you did that, you'll just, the motors will go crazy. So I think this is a really, really good touch from Zhiyun for doing that. So let's keep it level for now. You have another button here to change the modes. Sorry. If you press the button once, it will put it in lock mode, so the yaw will be locked and the tilt will be locked. Twice it will go into follow mode, so everything will follow. The yaw will follow, the tilt will follow. If you press it 3 times, actually, it's selfie mode. So, so if you're using the gimbal with the Hero 5, it will make a huge difference. I mean, the Hero 5 doesn't have great stabilization, so this will make a huge difference, especially if you're riding a bike, if you're walking or running. You need this gimbal. For the Hero 6, I noticed that it does help with the micro jitters and the bumps if you're on a bike. But generally, it's very comparable to the internal stabilization of the Hero 6, which is really, really good. It's probably the best I've ever seen in any device. It crops the image, the 4K image, to about 5%. But honestly, it's well worth it. It's really, really stable. I mean, I've tested the gimbal with the stabilization off of the Hero 6, and then the Hero 6 by itself with its stabilization on, and it was pretty much the same. So basically, it was almost as if the Hero 6 had a gimbal on it. It was actually, there was on a gimbal, even though it wasn't. So honestly, if you have a Hero 6, I think this will be a good additional touch. It would give you obviously extra stabilization. But generally speaking, if you have the Hero 6, you probably won't need this. And that's the reason actually why I'm probably going to sell it. Because I noticed it doesn't make a huge difference if you're using your gimbal at 30 frames per second, 4K for example. It already has stabilization. If you intend to use it at 60 frames per second, the Hero 6 doesn't have internal image stabilization, so you will need the gimbal. So in that case, I would recommend buying it if you're using it for that specific purpose. Other than that, the Hero 5, yes, will benefit from it greatly. The Hero 6, not so much. Now, I want to show you before we go how I altered this. All you have to do basically is add a coin. Here I've added in the UK we have a 20 pence coin that is heavy enough to counterweight. It's actually perfect for this setup. 20 pence and some blue tack. Blue tack is like a gum, but it doesn't stick. So you can, for example, as you can see here, I can use it. It will hold for a second, and it will hold quite well. But then if I remove it, it's very easy to remove and it's clean. So some people use glue. I don't recommend it because obviously at some point you would want to remove this if you decide not to use it anymore. So as you can see here, I mean, you didn't have to put this. I put this just to make it look neat and clean, but obviously this will do by itself. 20 pence and some blue tack. As you can see, there it is, the blue tack and the 20 pence, easily removable, and then cover it up with some black tape. That's it. That's all you need to do. So as a conclusion, would I recommend this? Again, like I said, for Hero 6, probably not for most modes, except if you're using a mode that doesn't allow image stabilization, like the 60 frames per second 4K. If you are using the Hero 5, yes, you should get the gimbal because it will make a world of a difference to your stabilization, especially if you're on a bike. So yeah, that's it really. I have another gimbal, similar one to review, so stay tuned and subscribe if you want more videos like these. I'm a big fan of gimbals, so there's always going to be a gimbal review. So I have a couple of ones lined up for you guys. So look out for that. Bye.